In this video, I'm going to cover the 10 things that I would do if I wanted to absolutely guarantee that I failed on Skool in 2026. And you might think this is kind of a funny video, but my name's Amanda. I have built a six-figure business online. I help spiritual entrepreneurs use their human design and Skool to build a six-figure business that they love, working less than 20 hours a week. That's what I do. I'm living in Croatia full-time now, literally living my dream life, and it would not have been possible without Skool or human design. And I've been running these challenges lately, this 10K freemium Skool challenge, and I've done at least 8 of them at this point, and I've seen these mistakes over and over and over again. And because I know how amazing Skool is, like I literally love it, I'm obsessed with it. You can't tell me anything about Skool. I want to help you succeed. And it's so much easier. Like there's just always 1.5 million ways to grow your online business. I tell my clients this all the time. And the issue is like, they pretty much all work. It's, will this work for you? And can you stay focused on it long enough to see results? And it's so much easier to know what not to do than what to do, because we get shiny object syndrome. And so by sharing this list with you of the things to avoid, basically you could just do the opposite. Plus, I'm going to make, my next video is going to be on the 7 things that I would do and 3 surefire ways to grow your Skool community in 2026. So if you're ready, let's dive in. First of all, let me know in the comments, do you have a Skool community, or are you thinking about joining one? And you can even link your community below. So let's do it. The first thing that I would do 100% is I would ignore my human design. I would be like, what? Design? I don't even know. Who is that? What does she do? And the reason I say this is because last year I was in Alex Hormozi's private mastermind, the Skool 100, which was dope. Okay, there was like 5,000 applicants, only 100 got in. It was super competitive. It was to see who could grow their Skool community the most in 100 days, which isn't that much time. Okay, and I was in there with some like real heavy hitters, people who've been doing this for years, and I literally burnt myself out. Like I couldn't even comprehend how to go about this, because you have to understand, Alex Hormozi is a manifesting generator, people. Okay, as a 4/6 projector, I am not going to be able to compete on a long-term sustainable basis with a mani-gen in terms of hustle. It's just not going to happen. Does this mean that I don't have to do any work and I can just sit back and the universe will deliver, my clients? No, but I've found other ways. So what I mean by ignoring your human design is, first of all, generators, you have an open aura. You're constantly attracting people, places, opportunities, relationships to you. And that's a beautiful thing that you are here to respond to. But what can happen is you are being presented with so many things all the time. And you can do all of them, but just not all at once. So you have to use your strategy and authority to determine which of these things are worth following through on. Projectors, as I said, you're never going to compete with a sacral type, meaning a generator or a manifesting generator, which make up 70% of the population when it comes to hustle, sacral, physical, life force energy. And if you're trying to do that, you will burn yourself out. I was talking to a woman, I work with a lot of projectors actually, and she was having to create 4 TikTok videos every single day to sell a $100 offer, which meant she needed 40 calls on her calendar every month just to stay afloat at 4K. Now, 4K, I'm not saying that's nothing. Like it, some people would be happy with that, and that's fine. But the question, it's not, is 4,000 enough? It's, am I willing to have 40 one-on-one calls every single month and able to do the work required to get those calls on the books just to stay here? Because that means that's going to be my business model forever. It's not smart. That doesn't work. And also projectors, you're here to wait for the invitation, the recognition. Your energy is literally like liquid gold. So don't try to be a generator or mani-gen. Manifestors, you would basically be looking at what everyone else is doing and censoring yourself on the internet because you think that the world isn't ready for what you have to offer, when in fact, you are here to call the future into us and give us all jobs. We need you to be controversial, big, bold. You are the niche. You are the niche, bitch. I need you to own it, okay? You're here to inform us of what the deal is. Like, where are we actually going? And reflectors, similar to projectors, you need a business model and structure that supports your energy and your lunar the lunar transits. You're not going to have the same type of energy every single day. So it's imperative that you have a business model on the back end that allows you the time that you need to rest and decompress and enjoy yourself, because the better your life is outside of your business, the better your business is going to be. And it applies to all the human design types, but do you see how you were born with this specific human design that gave you the best opportunity to exercise your free will and create the best life possible for yourself and overcome your spiritual baggage, which we might get to in a second when we talk about Kabbalah and your tikkun. But your communities would be structured differently. Each of us, our communities would be structured differently based on this. And so that's the aura type. Then I would ignore my authority, which is your inner compass for making aligned decisions that move you with the flow of life. We have been taught to leverage our logical, analytical mind to make decision with a bunch of pro-cons lists, but that's ignoring the wisdom of your body. The mind is just really a slave, but if you can be a slave to your mind by only using your mind to make decisions. We all have a built-in decision-making mechanism. Mine is self-projected. I like to talk. Can you tell? I need to talk things out. Then we have sacral, emotional, lunar, splenic. Sorry, I'm just blanking on them. We all have a different authority. If you're interested in knowing more about your authority, you can comment your authority below, and I'll see what I can do about making you a video. I also have a bunch of resources to help you understand your human design and unlock it in your business inside my free community, Spiritual Business School. It's just skool.com/Amanda. So I would ignore my authority. I would follow someone else's strategy. Just because something works for someone else doesn't mean that it's right for you. When I first started on Skool, I joined with this guy, Mike Gowans, who I still love to this day. He's amazing. He taught me everything I knew about Skool, and I did everything he did, but he was a generator with all of his energy centers defined. It was similar to the situation with Hormozy, and it was working, but I was just so tired. I was like, I didn't leave my 9 to 5 where I was in B2B sales, going door to door every day to have leave from having like one boss to 20 in the form of low ticket clients who weren't even doing the work. It just drove me crazy. And then also I would definitely ignore your profile line when it comes to sales. If you're new to human design, I wouldn't say I'm not your channel. I'm not here to give you like the basics of human design. I do more of that inside of my mastermind. Like everything is tailored to your human design. But what I will say is when you look at your human design, there's a number that looks like a funny looking fraction. I am a 4-6, and that profile line is your key to success when it comes to sales, because it tells you the characteristics that when embodied are going to attract. It's the things that people need to see and hear from you in order to make a purchase decision. So as a 4-6, I'm not going to sell the same way a line 1 or a line 5 would sell. Line 5s are here to be controversial and stir the pot and say the things that, a lot of people aren't ready to hear. And I also have the gate of shock. So there's elements like human design is a very complex system, but I'm just trying to give you a basic understanding of the elements that I would ignore at all costs if I wanted to fail. Okay. The second thing is I would look at my free group as a funnel. This was a big thing I actually learned in the 100. What a lot of people do, there's a number of different models on Skool. What most people do is they either have a free group or a paid group or a free and paid group. And the best model that I haven't mentioned yet is actually a freemium model, which means it's a free community on the front end, and then you monetize it with a high ticket offer on the back end. This works for so many different reasons, but it makes your life infinitely easier. You have your free and your paid members in the same place. Obviously, there's like locked resources and calls and stuff for the paid people, but the free people are able to see the results that your paid people are getting, and it's easier to run because you only have one community to manage. But my point in saying all of this is I would just like look at my free community and I would try to sell them stuff all the time. I would only care about what are they buying, how can I get them to buy from me. I would look at everyone in my community as a money symbol. Like that's why I put this little guy here. He would have little dollar signs in his eyes. I'd be looking at everybody like, what do you want to buy from me? What do you want to buy from me? Buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. People can feel that, okay? Whatever the intention is what the result. That's the seed and the cause are the same. So if my intention with my freemium community is to go in here and like look at all my members and be like, what are you going to buy? What are you going to buy? What are you going to buy? Like, that's just crazy. It's being a taker. In Kabbalah, you want to always be a giver because givers always win. Time goes by really quickly for givers because they're always trying to give. And when you give, you always receive. But if I'm always trying to be a taker and I'm looking at what I can get from everybody else, you will suck and suffocate the lifeblood out of your business. It seems weird because you'd think that the reason you'd start a business is to make money, and that's not true. If you're starting the business to make money, you're gonna fail. If you start the business to obsess over your customers' problems more than they have and then provide them with solutions to their most pressing problems, you'll always win. You'll always win, and they'll tell you what they need. They will tell you what problems they're having. It's like the coolest thing, having a community. This is why I love Skool. They'll literally tell you. It's beautiful. You don't have to guess. So yeah, being a giver. Let me touch on this. In Kabbalah, everything is just that we see in our physical reality. This is only 1% of what's actually happening. We know that just because you can't see something doesn't mean it isn't there. Just like gravity. I can't see gravity and I don't even have to believe in gravity for it to work. It's just there. I know if I take my phone and I drop it on the ground, it's going to fall, and hopefully it doesn't crack because I don't think I have insurance on it right now. And it just works. So in Kabbalah, the difference between Kabbalistic astrology and traditional astrology is in traditional astrology, you were born under certain signs. Like I'm a Taurus sun, Pisces moon, Libra rising. And in traditional astrology, it would say, well, Tauruses are like this. Libras are indecisive. Pisces are just very emotional, and this is just who you are. In Kabbalistic astrology, your soul chose to be incarnated at this one specific moment in time that gave you the best chances of becoming the best version of yourself and overcoming your own spiritual baggage that you've accumulated over the past lifetime so that you can become more like the creator. And I actually just learned this. I think it's very interesting. Your North Node indicates the biggest area of spiritual growth for you. For example, I have an Aquarius North Node, which means I am here to serve the collective, to innovate, to serve humanity, to provide resources to everyone else, tech, AI, systems. I mean, it's funny. And then I'm also a projector. Kabbalah is part of human design. That's why I love it. All of this stuff goes together. But I'm just explaining this to you because by understanding the spiritual baggage you came into this life with, it can really help you understand the direction to take your community and the things to focus on. I know that I am here to provide tools and resources and systems and softwares and really help my community as a whole. I know that's what I'm here to do. And so I've infused that in my business. And by creating tools like the 100K Business by Design AI, which was an AI I built for myself first, because I just thought it was cool and I was really interested in it. And then it worked and I started rolling it out to my clients. And that was one of the first things that really blew up my business. I also made like an AI DM assistant, a custom GPT for sales. And these are very Aquarian things to do. So it can really help you focus on the things to do. My point in saying all of this is that you have a very specific purpose and you will fail by being distracted listening to what everyone else is doing. Which brings me to my next one, which is fragmentation. And this goes back to Kabbalah as well. The biggest block to your abundance, the biggest block is believing that the grass is always greener. This is what'll happen. You'll get an idea, you get the ball 90 yards to the finish line, and it's actually working. This is why I say, like, making money is relatively boring. You find something that works and you keep doing it. Having money is very exciting. It's great. I get to do things for my family. I got to help my mom out. I got to go on vacations and trips. It's wonderful. But actually making it is it's not that exciting. It's not that exciting. And so what'll happen is at the last 10 yards, when you have found something that's working for you in terms of monetizing your school or the offer or how to what to talk about in your content, and then you'll be like, I see someone else doing this. Maybe I should switch it up. Maybe I should go do this. They know more than I do. That is the biggest tool of the opponent, is distraction. The biggest tool is distraction. You are your own worst enemy. You're the problem. I'm the problem. We're all the problem. We're all the problem. It's not like I'm not the problem. I'm the problem too. We're all the problem. And by you becoming aware of this tendency towards fragmentation, just like in the Matrix when Neo's walking down the street and he's looking at that woman in the red dress and the guy's like, what are you looking at? And he's like, I'm looking at the woman in the red dress. She's a beautiful woman. He's like, okay, well, look again. He looks again. She's like an agent coming to kill him. That's what be happening to y'all spiritual entrepreneurs who are so empathic and spiritual and sensitive and open-minded, is you're just constantly sampling all these different things from all around you, and you're looking at other people like they've got something figured out that you don't. And let me just tell you, they don't. Okay? You find something that works. How crazy would it be to find something that works and then be like, well, I don't really like this. I'm just going to do something else. It doesn't make any sense. Focus. Next is I would make a bunch of courses. I would just go make a bunch of courses that nobody asked for. For sure, I would definitely do this. And I'm talking more, I guess, people towards the beginning of their journey. I'm a big believer in high ticket and premium value offers, and then building out the courses and the lower ticket offers from that later on as you grow. Passive income, I wouldn't say it's a myth, but people are obsessed with it in a way that's just not really healthy or realistic. And I know because this is what I did. I tried so many different ways to grow my business and become a coach and grow online, and they didn't work. And one of them was making courses. I made so many courses because I was like, how cool would it be? I'm a projector, so I'm going to make this course and I'm going to be lecture people on what they need to know. And then I'm going to charge them for it. And I make the course once and I get to sell it over and over and over again. The math doesn't math. Only 1 to 3% of your audience is going to buy from you. Let's do the math. If you have a course that's $97 or $497, how many people would you need to buy that course to make $10,000 a month? Everybody, I always say 10 because that's what everybody says when they come to work with me. I just want to be at 10. I want to be at 10. And I say, fuck 10. We're going to shoot for 20 because even if we fall short, we're still at 10K. 10K is simple. It is so simple. It's deceptively simple. But you make things way more complicated than they need to be by building things that nobody asked for that before running the math. You didn't run the math on that course. You thought this course was a great idea, so you were going to build it and people were going to buy it, and that is just not the case, boo-boo. I'm just telling you this because I feel like somebody's got to tell you. Do you know what I'm saying? Next is I would go get a bunch of certifications. For sure. I would load up on the certifications. And I can say this because I have certifications. I have a master's degree in positive psychology. I didn't feel like that was enough because I still didn't know how to turn it into a business. So I came across this thing. It was to get certified in NLP, EFT, life and success coaching, hypnotherapy, time techniques, and I don't know, mindset, something else. Did not help me in business at all. In fact, I have yet to meet a client who has come to me who, number one, has not made a business decision that didn't turn out the way that they had anticipated. And then number two, gotten a certification, a certification being one of those. The certifications, you can do it to learn. They're great. I love learning. I'm a projector. This is my thing. I love learning. It's my favorite activity. Only bored people get bored. But do not be delusional to the point that you think you're going to go get this Dharma coaching certification and it's going to teach you how to grow a coaching business. Just be clear on what the intention is behind the investment. I'm not saying not to invest in yourself and learn and grow and become better because that's literally your job as a spiritual entrepreneur. What I'm saying is just be clear with yourself about why you're doing it. That way you're never let down. Next is I would take so much time between idea and action. The thing is, inspiration comes from the creator, and you can literally pray, and I do this all the time, and it always works. It like literally always works. If I'm not sure what to do in my business, how to help my clients, what to do in a relationship, whatever it is, I'll pray, and it's literally this technology that creates the vessel in your body to receive the inspiration. And so I'll say, what should I do in my business? Show me what I need to talk about. What should I talk about in my video today? What do people need to hear from me in order to join my challenge, my offer, my school? I'll literally ask, and just be really, really clear. It's like when you're shopping on Amazon, you could either search for like pants and you can get all the pants recommendations, or you can put filters on it. Be like, I only want wide leg pants for women in a medium wash, high rise, and then that's all you're going to find. And if you are that specific, when you're talking to the creator, asking for these ideas, that's what you will receive. And so when you receive this idea, though, what I would do if I wanted to fail is I would not act on it for a long time. I would second guess the fuck out of myself and I would start researching other pants, and I would just literally go in circles with myself. The biggest like manifestation hack that I have learned, this is crazy. Listen to me when I tell you this. There's no mistakes. You literally can't mess this up. You just make a decision and move forward with the best information available. So when I receive this idea, I act on it immediately. Like when I got the idea for this challenge, this was like maybe a month ago. I literally within 20 minutes had posted it in my community, made 3 TikToks promoting the challenge, and reached out to, I think, at least 5 people with a personalized Loom video who I knew, they just came to the top of my mind, would benefit from the challenge. And I literally have had 8 or 9 people sign up, like just like that. My mom, on the other hand, also wanted to do a challenge, took a month to put everything together, doesn't have anybody signed up yet. Because the space between the idea and the action has to be fast. You can manifest anything in 24 hours, but you have to take that action. That 1% of aligned action is crucial. I can dream about the gym and meal plans and, working out all day, but if I don't actually go to the gym, I'm still going to be fat. Do you understand? Secondly, but number 7 is I would post a lot of memes on Instagram that are pretty unrelated. They're not valuable at all. That's what I would do. I would post a lot of memes. And these might seem funny to you, but I've seen it. Do you understand? Like, the reason I'm sharing this with you is because I see this all the time. All the time. I would post, I actually do believe in posting random content about your life that helps people connect with you. And I was back and forth on this for a long time. And it was I was like, well, you have your niche and the algorithm knows if you start posting about things outside of that, then it's gonna, you're not gonna get out to the right people. And that's not actually true. The algorithm is so good. The AI behind the algorithm on TikTok and Instagram is so good. You could have only posted about surfing content for the past 3 years. And if you showed up today and you started talking about golfing and your golf clubs and how much you love it and recommendations, they would show it to the people who are most interested in the golf. And what's crazy is if you were a surf instructor posting about golf or going to the pumpkin patch or how much you're obsessed with blueberries, one of those might go viral. You have a better chance of going viral today now than ever, because the algorithms are just so good. But the things that go viral are personal. They're about you. They're funny. They're stupid. They're silly. They're relatable, and you never really know which ones are going to do it. And a percentage of those people who see your viral video that has nothing to do with what you actually do are actually going to be interested in the surfing lessons or the golfing lessons, whatever it is. I forgot what we're doing here, I post content about Croatia. I just posted a video about how I'm obsessed with DJ Hardwell, and I am. I went to this expat meetup in Split on Friday, and they had this really, really good Colombian DJ, and we were dancing like all night. It was more, I would say it's like more salsa, like reggaeton, stuff like that. And towards the end, I had gotten really, courageous, liquid courage, and I go up to him and I'm trying to get him to play DJ Hardwell. And I think I probably offended him because he was like, I moved here from Colombia to play my music, to support my people. And I was like, yeah, but like, aren't we all just one love, and music brings us together? It was hilarious. So I think you should post relatable things about your life that have nothing to do with your business. Like, stop taking yourself so seriously But I would, like, if I wanted to fail, I would just post like a bunch of memes that really have nothing. Memes do not connect anybody to you. You might go viral for a meme, but they have no idea who you are. Do you see the difference? You can get followers. You can buy followers. Like, it's so easy to get followers. The question is, are these people actually interested in who you are as a person and what you do? And if you're posting a bunch of memes, the answer is no. The answer is no. So if you're posting memes because you don't know what else to talk about, just start talking about your life, your interests, how you stubbed your toe, you know, what's going on in your family, in your relationship, whatever it is, because there are other people out there who will connect to that. Okay, next, I would definitely avoid YouTube like the plague because it's hard. And I did this for a long time. So, and the reason I think my Skool has taken off and I've been so successful and been able to scale my hours back, that's been the biggest unlock for me since moving to Croatia. I've been here for 4 months now. Before moving here, I was working, I would say at least 40, 50 hours a week. It was like I was never not working. And that's a lot. For me, personally, since moving to Croatia, I've been able to cut my hours down to probably 20 or less. And it's because of YouTube. And it took me so long to get on the YouTube bandwagon because I was like, I don't like editing. I don't like thumbnails. It's really hard. I have, 8 or 9,000 followers on TikTok. I only have less than 300 on YouTube. Nobody's watching. It made me feel really bad about myself to only get 22 views on a video until I realized like it literally doesn't matter. I have people from YouTube all the time. Literally, they'll find a video that I made last week or last month or last year and just book a call with me and join my mastermind, who I've never heard of before. That does not happen on TikTok. I love my TikTok people. I do love them. They're nicer, I would say, than my YouTube Shorts audience. But it doesn't happen there. But I would definitely avoid YouTube because it's difficult. Did you know that the fastest growing or the most successful Skool communities, their funnel, this is what their funnel is. It goes YouTube to their Skool About page. Do you see me right now? I have made a Google document of things. This just came to me this morning when I woke up, by the way, because I was asking the creator, what should I talk about? And I made a Google Doc and I'm using Loom to record a screen of me talking about these things. How hard do you think this is? I also have an editor and a thumbnail designer now, so I figured that part out. Next is, this one is huge. This one is huge, and it's kind of related, number 9, to this fragmentation, is that if you hire a spiritual business director or a sales coach or whoever to help you with something, just listen to that one person. Even if you don't hire them, if you find somebody on YouTube that you love and they're talking about things that are valuable to you and relate to you and are relevant to what it is you're doing, try just doing what they tell you to do for 30 days. Don't listen to anybody else. The biggest issue I see is people are taking in information from so many different sources. They are so confused and overwhelmed that they end up doing nothing. But what you have to understand is like, no decision is wrong. Like I tell people all the time, like yes is great, no is great. It's indecision that's impossible to navigate. When you not making a decision is also a decision. It's just the only one guaranteed not to get you where you want to go. And a way to guarantee that you are indecisive is to listen to too many different people telling you various things about the best way to move forward so that you just have no clue. You're more confused than when you started. A lot of people actually know what to do. They're just not doing it because they're so overwhelmed. So I'm sharing this list with you more as like a reminder. And then lastly, number 10 is I would consume way more than I create. I would doom scroll on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Google all day, every day. All day, every day. That's what I would do. I wouldn't create anything. I would just listen to what other people are doing and not share anything at all about my life or business or interests or passions or anything. That's what I do. I just consume endless information. These days, I tell my clients this all the time. Information is everywhere. YouTube University, ChatGPT, Google. Information is everywhere. What people are craving and willing to pay for is transformation, and that's what a person is able to provide. That is different. from ChatGPT or AI. So if you're just consuming all of this information from all these different sources and you're not taking action, it's because you don't have anybody holding you accountable, likely. I'm just going to say, giving it to you straight. And these are all of the things that I have seen my people, the mistakes that they've made, and also what I help them overcome in my 10K Freemium School challenge. I am currently accepting applications for this. I only do it once a month for 2 people. I will link the document and the sign up link below so you can check it out. It's really awesome. I love doing these. And if you have a school or you are interested in growing on Skool as fast as possible, I've literally got this down to a science. Like I said, you can figure out setting up the school is the easy part. The hard part is like, how do I actually monetize it, once it's there? And so the goal of this challenge is to help you build your freemium school foundation to help you make your first 10K on Skool. And it works. There's a bunch of video testimonials in the document that you'll be able to see. But yeah, let me know which of these really struck you, and make sure you're subscribed, because I'm going to share the 7 things to do if you guarantee you want to blow up on Skool in 2026. I love you so much. Mwah.